What's up, guys? It's Wednesday. It's Rambo Day, apparently. Happy Rambo Day to you and yours. Not an internationally celebrated holiday, I would assume.
Yeah, JT just said we're going live. It's Rambo Day. Is it his birthday?
Can
First
somebody
kill?
Google
First
that,
blood?
please?
Yeah.
The city of LA called it Rambo Day.
It doesn't count until Hallmark is a card.
There's honestly truly a holiday for everything.
It's another one of those corporate greeting card holidays. Just trying to get you to give your loved ones some Rambo stuff.
We'll get into that because I was desperate for things to talk about on today's episode of the show. So thank you for that gift. But in the meantime, welcome to SJU on Fandom Entertainment. We're talking about the internet being an open revolt against a remake of The Princess Bride. There's a lot of things that divide us in this world.
That seemed to bring us all together.
This is the one thing. People who haven't been fired and have been fired from SNL alike can come together and agree on The Princess Bride. But then stick around with us because a bold move was made in the chicken sandwich wars. And we're going to talk about it. We're going to talk about Rambo Day. We got some Breaking Bad movie talk. Trademark Collider. And we are answering your fan questions.
Oh, yeah.
It's going to be a good show. Let's get into this. This story number one. This Princess Bride remake. Inconceivable. Nay! First, everyone was like, should we put inconceivable in the title or the thumbnail? And just a quick Google of it, and that was just everywhere. It was just rows of inconceivable. My second pitch
I've had a lot of people tweeting GIFs at me of Wallace Shawn going, inconceivable! Just my quote tweet of watch today's episode.
Funny every time.
My second go-to was going to be like, get your 11-fingered hands off my childhood. I don't. Anyway, in a profile on Norman Lear, who won an Emmy over the weekend. Congratulations, Mr. Lear. Sony executive Tony Vanquera mentioned the constant interest there is in remakes of Lear's work, but it was the mention of a particular movie Lear helped produce that got a lot of attention. This is the tweet, which he thought was a good idea. We have so many people coming to us saying, we want to remake this show or that show. Very famous people whose names I won't use, but they want to redo The Princess Bride.
So who do we think they were?
So this set fire to everything. First of all, I just want to talk about the tweet.
They've got to be very famous.
Yeah, okay.
And they have to have terrible instincts.
It's not Lord and Miller. Because Lord and Miller immediately jumped on Twitter and was like,
it's not us.
I saw Seth Rogen denied it. People are coming out of the woodwork to say that was not them.
Yeah. So who
is it?
Who's got the money and doesn't care?
Yeah, and is very famous.
And is very Tom Holland.
How dare you?
It's actually Tom Hardy.
I would watch. That is the only Princess Bride remake I will make. Is if Tom Hardy plays everyone.
Tommy Wiseau?
Just different
Tommy Wiseau. Oh my God.
Okay, you're already both of you selling me on this.
Very famous, has a lot of money.
Yeah.
Wouldn't rule him out.
Yeah. All of his shadow money now goes to a friend. Who does Tommy Wiseau play?
Tommy Wiseau?
Yeah,
I think he's the grandpa, but he snuck into the kids' room.
Who are you?
I've got a story.
I want to tell you.
Every few sentences, he keeps commenting, "Oh, what a story!" And he's like, "You're telling it." Anyway, how's your sex life?
Oh my God.
So yeah, everything caught fire right away. My favorite zing on this was Carrie Elways tweeted a response. There's a shortage of perfect movies in this world. It would be a pity to damage this one. Well done, Carrie. That is a very famous line from the movie. Jamie Lee Curtis, who's married to Christopher Guest, said, "Oh, really? Well, I married the six-fingered man. Obviously why we've stayed together for 35 years, and there was only one The Princess Bride, and it's William Goldman and Rob Reiner's. Life is pain, highness, anyone who says differently is selling something." I forgot that they got married. Christopher Guest must be an interesting guy to be married to.
They were married before this movie came out, because I think this came out in 87. I want to say they've been married since 83 or 84. They've been together forever.
Oh, that's great.
Look at your love working.
Awesome.
Do you think he showed... I don't actually, when I close my eyes and picture Christopher Guest, that's why I always forget that he's in this movie. I just picture Corky from Waiting for Guffman.
I don't think that's truly his persona off camera.
You don't think that at his first dance with Jamie Lee Curtis, he was just going
Yeah.
Yes, I do. Yeah,
Nothing
definitely.
ever happens on Mars.
He's a fascinating dude. He's like a lord in like the House of Lords, and like is like just a polymath. He must be a fun guy to.
So you're saying that Sony has even threatened to upset the House of Lords?
Yes. No, monocles went flying.
Princess Bride remake. So for one thing, I think it's funny that this is a weird. I keep saying for one thing, so I need to start updating them numerically. For 8 things.
Yeah.
This is a weird Trumpy feeling tweet. It was very like vague. And
People are saying lots of very famous people are coming to me.
People.
They're going to do all the movies. Princess Bride.
It just felt very strange to me. But also, I love that he was like, people are going to love this.
I mean, honestly, this is the bigger conversation that we need to have, because obviously, like, again, in an amazing turn of events, everyone is finally united over something, and that is that we do not want a Princess Bride remake.
Yeah, it wasn't the rainforest.
No, but it's not. No. It's not a climate change.
But we can't do anything about that. But if we get mad enough, we can make Sonic look different. So we did it. The last vestige of power we have.
We absolutely did.
However, the bigger conversation here is this whole idea within sort of producing media, which is that there's a lot of, I mean, there's some of, okay, we're remaking stuff, so we have a built-in audience. There are people that are already a fan of this thing that are going to want to come back and revisit it. However, this is a situation of somebody going, here's a thing that everybody likes, we're going to make it again, and everyone's going to like it again. And that's just not the case.
No. Look,
I mean, I feel if
Dan's not here for a reason.
He's still pacing. Just steam coming out of his ears like a Looney Tunes cartoon.
Yeah, he actually looks like the baby ghost from The Grudge now.
Yes.
He's in the vents. It's crazy.
Just crawling. He lives there now.
Oh, he snapped.
He gone.
But I feel of 2 ways about this. Like, one, stupid, bad idea.
Yeah.
Why do it? It's going to fail. And you can look at, the Footloose remake, the Psycho remake, the Total Recall remake. All of these are flops. But at the same time, I don't get as upset as certain other people, because, like, they remake great movies all the time. They come and go. It doesn't make the original any worse, and we all forget about it.
100%.
So just don't see it.
Yeah.
Just don't see it. This isn't taking the place of the original brilliant visionary movie that was going to come out in its place. That's gone. I'm sorry. Those movies are dead. This is just the reality of modern movie making. It's all chained to an IP, and you only have yourselves to blame for it. Go see better original movies. It's too late now. So people in positions of power are like, okay, what IPs do we own? Oh, that one still sells a lot of digital download codes? I don't know. I haven't bought a movie in a long time.
Just killing it. It's killing it on Amazon Prime Video.
Yeah, exactly. That's how the decision-making process happens. These movies aren't wanted and they aren't seen, but they also won't ruin your childhood because you can't go back.
Yeah, you can't. If something gets remade that is a thing that was good in the first place and that you love, once again, like, that thing still exists.
Yeah.
So...
Tell Dan in the vents.
No, you can only watch the new RoboCop.
I do think you make an interesting point, though, because it's like we're like beyond the pale on original things.
Yeah, everything's gone to streaming and television. If you like original things, everyone's complaining like there's too much to watch. Like there's so many original character small things that you can watch on TV.
I would argue, and again, he's dead and in the vent, so I can't double check box office with Dan on Princess Bride. But I don't think it landed and was immediately lauded. I'm pretty sure it was a cult.
I'm sure it's like throughout the DVD era and Blu-ray and beyond.
There are equivalents. Stardust was an adaptation of a piece of literature that Neil Gaiman wrote, and I don't think it. I think it's great. I don't think it's been propped up as a classic. Because it didn't come out when I was 8, I guess, but. I do think there's a weird balance there of like, well, you don't want to watch new stuff and you don't want to watch remakes.
Right.
What do you want? Emma, what do you want? This is your fault.
Listen, this is not my fault. I'm like Spencer. I'm the biggest proponent of like the thing that you like still exists. If you don't like new Star Wars, that's fine. Just watch the old ones and just live your life. It's okay if people have different opinions than you.
But wait, Kylo Ren is very whiny, and it's made me sad.
And I had to watch it.
No one, unless like it is literally your job to review films or talk about them in some intelligent manner. No one's forcing you to see
They'll
these
stop
things.
making them.
Yeah.
As soon as we stop seeing superhero movies, they'll stop making superhero movies.
Yeah.
Yep.
And I think that is what I want, is like I want, because I feel like I see a lot of discourse about people, and again, it's like I am in my own little bubble. The people that are following me on Twitter, Instagram, etc., that I have like, you know, weird social interactions with via the powers of the internet are very much in the same camp. Like I know I'm preaching to the choir talking to this audience, which is the idea of all these people are saying, oh, I want to see new IPs. I want to see, you know, original stories being developed. So you have to go see those things. And as you say, Spencer, there is so much good original programming in television, which is, I think, why I tend to gravitate towards TV more than film these days, because the amount of remake stuff we see in the film world is exhausting. Like, and I have to tell you, I have not given my money to one single Disney live action remake, except for Cinderella, which I thought was good because it actually like added some stuff to the story, but the rest of them have effectively been shot for shot remakes, or like you take something like The Lion King where it's like 30 minutes longer, but there's no additional content. So yeah,
Should have been Real Lions.
It should have been Real Lions. It should have been Real Lions.
Yeah, no, I agree. Sorry, and I realize I'm not on a sinking chair, but I am on a squeaky one.
Oh,
so
okay.
I'm worried about moving because it's very loud.
Perfectly still.
Yeah, no, I agree. Spencer, is there a solution? Fix this right now. All of it.
There isn't a solution so much as just like, you know, we need to be in the acceptance part of the stages of grief for film, for me, where it's like the things that people, going to a movie, leaving your home is a bigger deal today than it was 10, 20 years ago.
Sure.
You need a reason. You need
Preach, Dad.
You don't go to the movies just to see, oh, what's on the movie screen this weekend.
Yeah.
Like, that's how people used to be like, oh, it's Friday night, let's go see a movie. What's in the theater?
Yeah,
now
you
we
get in
know.
line and pick.
Yeah, you get in line and pick. Like, now the things are strung out so far in advance, and there's so much, like, well, also tickets are so much more expensive, and, like, the world's insane, so why leave the house in the first place? So there's so much more working against you that studios, I think rightly so, just based on the data, feel like they need to make every movie the biggest event, the thing you love from your childhood. We're throwing it all up on the screen. We're going to make it worth your while.
Yeah.
And that just, even though that's not what people, that's what people say they want, but do they want it?
Yeah.
It's a conversation that I'm not sure if I've ever had on air, but I know I've had with people a lot in person, which is that in our current sort of movie-going atmosphere, there is no room for movies that are just okay. That like, when you were a kid, when we were kids growing up and you didn't have as many films coming up and they weren't as like heavily advertised and not everything had to be an event, there were a lot of movies that came out that were just something you would watch if you happened to come across it on like TV in the afternoon on a Sunday. You'd probably go, all right, I'll just leave it on.
Yeah. Well, it's funny too because most of those were just okay to dumb or bad, but we were kids and we were dumb, so we were like, "This is awesome." But now, if we see like a new movie, we're like, "Trash."
Yeah.
Like, I think there's an interesting challenge there because you see it a lot with like comics too, where people are like, "Why do you just keep making Thor a lady or whatever? Or why'd you give Falcon Captain America's shield? Just make new characters." Like I'm all for new. Just make new stuff.
That's why Brightburn made $1 billion.
Right? Yeah. But like it's the challenge of just make a new thing that's hugely popular.
Yeah, that has 70 years of built-in goodwill going for it.
Well, and I think that is why, because in television you get more time and you get more of a chance. I mean, for example, Game of Thrones was not a huge hit right out the gate.
Yeah.
It took a couple seasons for it to catch on and become this big event television that it ended up being. Which isn't to say that people didn't like it when it first came out. They did, but, you know, it was sort of a word of mouth thing and gaining this momentum. I mean, I started watching it from the beginning because I'd already read all the books by the time the series came out, but you know, again,
Right.
that I think is the challenge is, when you are dealing with these new IPs, and that was based on an existing IP, so you had a built-in fan base, but when you are dealing with these new things, it often takes a lot of time for them to catch on. We see this happen in television all the time of people going, oh man, I didn't know that Schitt's Creek was amazing. It is amazing, but
it's already over.
It's over.
The last season's on now.
Correct, and
We're too late.
and finally now people are having conversations about how good it is.
Arrested Development was kind of like that.
Yeah.
too. I
Yeah,
feel like
so
it
many
took
shows
a little-
get slow starts, and they have that time because the demands of TV are like, we just need hours of content,
television,
of
yes.
television. Just keep making it, please.
Yeah.
Whatever you think is funny, go for it.
And then it's sorry.
I was just saying, if you disagree and like you want to go, you want to be a throw pebbles at the ocean to stop the waves, go see Ad Astra, go see Gemini Man. Like we still get like 8 a year.
Hey, go
Go see those. And,
No, I think that's totally fair.
Yeah.
I think that is totally fair. I think we just inconceivably covered this topic until it was mostly dead.
Mostly dead.
Yeah, mostly
but only
dead.
mostly dead.
Only
which still
mostly.
is slightly alive.
Leave them wanting a little more. Hey, make sure you like and subscribe. Fandom Entertainment, SJU's on every morning, and we do a bunch of other weird stuff too. You guys will like it, I think. I have a sinking feeling. We got D&D documentaries. We got things where we ask comic creators questions and do show art panels. Hey, it's hard to make new things and it's hard to sell. It's hard to sell new things. We got some really cool stuff on fandom.com right now. Actually, the big thing we're pushing on fandom.com is we're doing this poll. We'd love for you guys to jump in and participate. They didn't tell me why they're doing it, so it might just be like a weird government mind control thing. Yeah. I don't know. I don't know what our parent company is actually trying to do. But what's your favorite? Who's the best Joker? Just get in there, jump in that poll. We've got the description.
You'll be sorted into houses. It'll be like Divergent based on your Joker choice.
Oh God, Joker houses.
You're gonna live in different dormitories, and it'll be communal. The Letos, the Nicholsons, the Ledgers, the Romeros,
the Mark Hamills.
the Hamills.
Yeah.
You'll all have different personality types, and if you show more than one, you'll be punished.
Yeah.
Emma, what's your Joker house?
Probably Hamill.
Cool, Spencer. Joker
I'd
house.
like to live in the Romero Joker house.
That's what I was thinking too.
Yeah.
I was like, listen, I love Mark Hamill, obviously, an animated series, but I do love 60s Batman, and I feel like the Romero house is where you want to live.
I've got the mustache now. I just need to put some clown white grease paint over top of it,
your mustache.
and I think I'll fit in well.
Yeah.
Okay. Joker house. I feel like we need to make something out of that. We've made dumber things.
5 different Jokers from 5 different franchises, one house.
Is it an MTV dating show now?
Yeah, it's when they stop being polite and
Start joking real.
It's Tara's house, but it's just all Jokers.
I like it. Let's do the weird pivot that for some reason we're able to do with varying degrees of success on this show. September is Suicide Awareness and Prevention Month. So we're spotlighting an organization this month that deals with that problem with a highly at-risk portion of our population, and that is our friends at Stack Up. They bring veterans and civilians together through a shared love of video gaming, which is very, very cool. Stack Up serves U.S. and allied service members, veterans, and civilians to assist in crisis intervention, suicide prevention, and issues concerning mental health through gaming and community. One program they have that is very cool is their Overwatch program. This program is trained and certified specifically to assist in crisis intervention, suicide prevention, and issues concerning mental health. They provide peer-to-peer mental health support for veterans and civilians alike, 24/7 through their Discord server. I was talking to Dave over there the other day, and something he mentioned was the reason they do the focus on gaming is because it's just so much easier to be able to connect with someone and naturally have a conversation with them when you're engaging in something you like. Sometimes it's obviously the suicide prevention hotline and stuff like that is great and important, but sometimes when there's that banner put on it that's weird that people might not call, but hey, we're just playing games and chatting on this Discord channel. I tried to just pull a specific game and just almost showed my age. Like, hey, we're just playing StarCraft and Pitfall on. But there's something really powerful about being able to sort of like connect with that common bond. So they're doing really awesome work, and we're really proud and happy to be able to be spotlighting them this month. But guys, they're not the only veterans to talk about, because there are also a lot of veterans right now in the chicken sandwich wars.
Oh, what a transition.
Smooth.
I want to talk about this. I want to talk about the smooth taste of the KFC chicken donut sandwich, Spencer.
Like a weird mix of textures.
Okay, but here's my thing: is this being sold nationwide? Because I saw a Twitter interaction suggesting that it was only perhaps in certain states.
There's no way this is
Let me
ready
hit this
for,
Mashable article.
for
Yeah, this is
mass
not
consumption.
ready for. I mean, this
Yeah.
is definitely in Kentucky. Probably in Indiana.
However, you could go to KFC. Somebody could go to KFC
And then
they could get the chicken strips,
Krispy Kreme.
and somebody else could go to Krispy Kreme, and you just meet in the middle, and you make your own.
There's never like a cyberpunk dystopia where everyone's obese, but I think that, like, that could be it. Is like they're like fast food hackers.
Yeah, fast food hackers.
It's in Pittsburgh and Richmond, Virginia.
Okay.
Are the two locations. This is a weird note. So you, if you don't want the chicken, you can just buy the donuts.
Or you could just
KFC.
go to Krispy Kreme and buy donuts.
Yeah. Now, what's really creeping me out is that the glaze of the donut melting, or is that a mayo, like a secret sauce that they've put on the bottom of the donut to lubricate?
I'm going to say it's the glaze.
Why are we bouncing around?
I was gonna go with
I don't want to be in the donut.
Get me out of the donut. Ugh.
yeah, my inclination is glaze.
Okay.
Yeah. Which, so this is like a weird shots, like a new challenger that we did. We should have expected KFC to get into the chicken sandwich
and
wars.
here's the thing: is that we, for years we have had the chicken and waffle sandwich,
Sure, right?
So why,
rightfully so.
Why not?
Yeah.
Why not the donut?
I get it.
But here's the thing: is that and I suppose with a donut, you wouldn't necessarily have to do like a glazed donut situation. But what works, I think, about the chicken waffle combo is that the sweetness of the waffle is entirely dependent on you. Like waffles in of themselves, not that sweet. You can choose to put syrup on it. You can like make it more of a dessert item, but it's a feasible lunch, dinner, brunch, any time of day option. Now,
this is closer to a McGriddle with chicken.
Right.
Yeah.
I'm worried about this, though, because calling it a war, you're right, because Popeyes had the thing, Chick-fil-A obviously.
It got big, man. They're
like out of chicken sandwiches in Los Angeles until the month of November.
They didn't get quite to the level of sadness as the Saskatchewan sauce sad boys, the Rick and Morty fans that were like,
Right.
yeah, I want my sauce. But like they were getting
Is it
close.
Saskatchewan sauce? Because that's Canadian. I'm pretty sure it's Szechuan sauce.
You're right. You're absolutely right.
Saskatchewan sauce is just
Completely
maple syrup.
different.
Just maple syrup.
Just a tub of maple syrup.
But they need to de-escalate
for breakfast, by the way.
Yeah, they need to have an accords, like a Geneva Convention of all the chicken franchises, because we're reaching dangerous levels. Pretty soon they'll just be mixing all the menu items into a slurry and firing it into your mouth. Like a
KFC
t-shirt
tried to do
cannon.
that. Remember the bowl?
Oh yeah.
Well, I remember
where they just put everything on top of each other in a
Now
bowl.
that has a donut in it.
Okay, yeah, but I think you need it to be pre-chewed before I'm interested.
It's just like baby bird food.
You need, every fast food franchise should have an option. of
Sorry,
putting
JT is entertaining himself.
into a blender.
Doing great, bud.
Crushing it.
I want a slurry, and I want it now. I want to be able to go at Taco Bell and like, this is not apropos of the charity we were just talking about. Maybe this is a regional word. You know when they called it the suicide of when you would get every soda in one cup?
Yeah.
I want that.
September is Soda Prevention Month. Hey.
I want that from every fast food franchise. I want
But
them to
just the
grind it
food.
all up and put it in a cup and then strap it to the back of my ears, and I can just kick it back like a duck.
Let me read some of these to you guys. Tell me if they're canceled or not. Doritos Crunchy Crust Pizza from Pizza Hut.
Canceled.
Canceled? Wait, what did
They
it
don't
do?
exist anymore.
Oh.
No, what did it do to you? Like, what was your initial reaction to the Doritos Crust Pizza?
I don't know. I'm intrigued.
Also, it's probably racist. I don't know.
You have my interest.
Okay. Got your interest.
I'm sorry. Are we guessing if these things have actually ceased to exist, or we are canceled?
I just want to know. I just want to know,
Canceled.
Emma. I just want to know if you're going to put it in your body.
Well, I want to just briefly, Joe. I want to talk about how inspired I recently was by KFC, who did the Beyond Meat fried chicken.
Oh, yeah,
because
yeah.
you know, I think that's almost easier to do than a burger for me, because like I can taste a burger, but fried chicken is bread. It's 90% breading, 5% chicken. Like,
Already lost me, but go ahead.
You can put shoe leather in KFC. Come on,
Shoe leather.
that's fair.
You can take my foot and deep fry it in those original spices. You dredge it in the buttermilk. You roll it in the flour, and you deep fry that foot.
Our apologies to the sales department.
Yeah, I'm just saying.
Who's closing a
I'm
KFC
saying
deal
it's
for
so
us.
delicious. It's so delicious. You could fry anything in that.
You can find out more about the 11 herbs and spices on our KFC Fandom wiki.
And my left foot. I already lost it from the diabetes. So it's putting like a vegan thing in there, or a vegetable, whatever they put in there. Like that sold out. I remember reading that sold out in like in a day. Like, let's do that instead of putting donuts on
Would
top
you
of
put
chicken.
that in a donut?
No. No,
Okay,
that's a step too far.
okay. Would you go to Tim Hortons and drink a buffalo latte?
With
It's a buffalo wing latte.
God, no. Oh my God.
I would try it.
Ew.
Listen,
so a latte
I love
is milk.
I know, but I love buffalo wings a lot. And also, if you think about it,
It is.
You've got with buffalo wings, there is a dairy element to them typically, because you're
There's
consuming
ranch.
blue cheese,
Oh, okay.
obviously.
All right.
Ranch or blue cheese, but blue
This
cheese
is
is the correct
Freshly
answer.
brewed espresso, steamed milk, mocha, and bold buffalo sauce flavor. The latte is topped with whipped topping and a dusting of zesty buffalo seasoning.
I would have to try it.
Okay, interesting.
Listen,
I do like the
I
flavor of buffalo sauce.
love buffalo sauce.
By the way, our producer has confirmed we do have a KFC Fandom wiki.
Awesome, yeah.
If nothing else, today
For the
you guys.
dating sim, right?
For the dating
Yeah,
sim.
exactly.
Perfect. If nothing else, I want our company to notice that there was a weird spike in activity on the KFC wiki community.
Visit that. Not either before or after telling them which Joker house you'd like to be stored in.
Yeah, go Joker, then go to KFC. And okay, let's see.
If they made caffeinated buffalo sauce, though, like cut out the latte part, like I'd shake that. I'd
Yeah.
take a couple shakes of that. Between
just
meals.
take shots of buffalo sauce.
The McCurry.
The McCurry, that sounds pretty good.
Yeah.
Wait, although, is it a McFlurry with curry powder?
No, it is.
I'd still try it.
It is a pan. It looks like a French bread pizza that's curry from McDonald's.
All right, sure.
All right,
I like
yeah.
curry.
Okay, you guys are into that?
Yeah, I'll try it.
But Burger King was doing the donut burger a while ago in Israel, apparently. Spinach and Parmesan nuggets from McDonald's Italy.
Spinach Parmesan nuggets.
Huh.
It's. I mean, in Italy, I imagine them like harvesting them directly from the ground.
Yeah, exactly.
Oh, my family's been
Yeah,
making these spinach
I was
nuggets
going to
for
say,
generations.
in Italy, yes, I would try
Yeah.
them. In America, probably not.
Yeah. And finally, chicken flavored. Ooh, this could be a dark horse in the chicken sandwich wars, depending on how you define a sandwich. Chicken flavored chocolate truffles.
Chicken chocolate truffles.
Okay,
No.
so
Those are
like,
from KFC New Zealand.
I've had chocolate fried chicken before. Not as good as the two things apart.
you would imagine.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. It's the chicken element, because it's like, fried Mars bars are a thing that happen at state fairs and chippies
Yeah.
all
Yep,
over
yep.
Scotland. But yeah, I think it's the chicken element that makes me go, maybe not.
I think that's fair. No, I think that is completely fair. And you know what? Let's move on. Speaking of things that make us go, Breaking Bad movie's going to theaters, you guys.
Ooh.
Yeah, this is via Entertainment Weekly. This is again El Camino, the weird secret Breaking Bad sequel movie that no one knew Vince Gilligan was making. It will actually hit select theaters October 11th. The same day it becomes available to stream on Netflix, and then later on it's also going to air on AMC. So similar to The Irishman, El Camino will only be hitting select theaters, mostly like independent chains or independent theaters and not big chains. So if you're not in a big city, you will probably have to do a dear bit of driving to get to it.
I'm sorry it gets the shoulder shrug because it's not the spiciest take possible.
Yeah.
But it's like, Breaking Bad's a TV show. I'm used to seeing it on a television. I hope that you're not losing out on the experience. But they did invest obviously more in it to make this a theatrical event. And I'm sure, and like, the very underrated of Breaking Bad is like the cinematography and the production design of like recapturing the early 2000s, which is far enough away to now seem like retro and oddly quaint.
Which is weird.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, the Pontiac Aztec. I remember seeing those. But I don't know. I think if this drops at the same time, I'm gonna watch it at home. I mean, come on.
Yeah, if you don't have to leave your house, why would you leave your house?
I've consumed all my Breaking Bad content at home.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'll probably stay here. I mean, this is probably we'll get more details later on because I can't remember the rules on what was decided on how long a movie has to stay minimum blah blah blah. So I don't know if it's just an awards thing so that they can force it into eligibility.
I don't know.
Or...
I think that there is, because obviously this is going on with Downton Abbey right now. Also, a television show now has this movie that has a theatrical
which
release.
I will see.
Right, but that's the thing is that like, but so why do you think that is that you're more inclined to see Downton Abbey in the movie theater?
I'm just.
Well, I don't think you have a choice.
Oh, that's true. You don't
show up on streaming too. At the same time?
No.
I mean, they could send a tape to my house, and I'd still want to see Lord Grantham deal with some fools.
A luncheon with the Queen.
Right. The Queen is coming. Yeah.
That's it.
But I think that there is with Downton Abbey, like there is this element of, again, you have this big historical setting.
Oh yeah.
And Breaking Bad, you're like, okay, well that's New Mexico. It looks kind of like the San Fernando Valley.
They've been kind of cagey with showing a lot of this, unless there's a trailer that I didn't see. It was more of like a recap of Jesse's life that brought him to this point.
Yeah.
Like they haven't shown you like.
And the Pete scene.
Yeah.
Where it's just like, I won't tell you where Jesse Pinkman is.
Right, exactly. So that we haven't seen the set pieces that to me are sadly the reason that you go, oh, well, I got to see that on a big screen because it's all about the characters.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Is this going to be good?
I think so. I mean, I wouldn't bet against Vince. I think Better Call Saul is one of the best shows on TV. Like the Breaking Bad-averse is growing and strong.
I'm into this.
Yeah, I'm still into it.
Yeah, I will be very much watching this. You guys want to watch yourselves answer some fan questions?
Okay, I guess
I
later.
mean, it might look weird if we were just looking at ourselves on the monitor the entire time, but sure.
No, let's just do that.
Sure.
Yeah, it is weird. It is weird. Serena asked, what celebrity would you spend $1,000 on for a cameo shout out? Emma, are you familiar with this cameo?
Yes, I am familiar with Cameo.
Okay.
Yeah,
I couldn't remember if you were here for the cameo game or not.
Somebody.
Okay. What celebrity would you spend $1,000 on for a cameo shout out?
Chris Nolan. Because it would be just full of such disgust and distaste for the whole ordeal.
Yep. Okay.
Both that he was only being paid $1,000, and also that he had to talk into a selfie camera.
Yeah.
Just. But then I'll bet he'd do something cool with it, and there'd be a twist at the end, and I'd be able to show that off.
It would be out of order.
Yeah, it'd be out of sequence.
Yeah, goodbyes first.
He would hate it, but he would.
He would
he's
shoot
such
it
a
on
perfectionist.
film and then find a way to upload it to a phone.
But he would definitely because he's a perfectionist. He would have to make it perfect and great. But that would be my $1,000.
It's a really good investment, honestly.
I'm going Angela Lansbury.
Nice.
I mean, she's an icon.
Is she in the bath?
Yes, 100%. Yeah, she's in the bath. She's just living her best life. She's got a cup of tea. I just listen.
Oh, I'm sorry. Actually, not commercial. Sorry, this might be a weird thing that maybe only exists in my mind's eye, but I think she made like a whole video about like sex for seniors.
Oh, I would believe
Don't
that.
make me this is my company-owned laptop.
Yeah,
and
you're
look
like,
what
I'm gonna
making me
Google
do.
this.
Angela Lansbury, sex
for seniors.
That's definitely not what it's called.
And I'm fired.
Yes.
I'm fired.
Joe. Is it?
Nope, just a very no. I'm kind of. Yeah.
You guys talk. I'll see if I can pull it up.
Find out who did it. Maybe
Ryan
it was like
head
Betty
off
White.
HR for me. Thank you.
But I mean, this is a woman who has just like she's had a whole career on film, on the stage. She was doing a play like 3 or 4 years ago, and she was 89. Like doing a show 5 days a week. Like I want to be her when I grow up.
I get it.
And I'd like a 12 season show that is murder for grandmas, where they tell you what happens they recap the episode before it happens. I'm in. And
Okay, I'm sorry. To clarify, if you're looking for the article, it's called "It's 3 p.m. Let's watch Angela Lansbury touch herself in the tub," and it's from her workout video, which is called Angela Lansbury's Positive Moves. But she works out the whole body
in the bathtub.
And just as there's a random section, it's on YouTube, where Angela Lansbury stops the workout video and is like, "Don't forget
self-care."
Self-care.
Right?
Gets in the tub. It's very tasteful.
Listen.
And yet it's very clear what's going on.
Listen.
That's my cameo. Yeah, look up Angela Lansbury Positive Moves if you're for people who, we don't kink shame here. Joe, who's yours?
Oh, amazing.
Look, I'm a decent to okay comedian, and I know when to just get out. There's no hat I can find. No. Unless it's Tom Cruise, and you strap.
Okay.
He's got a helmet, and you strap a GoPro to it, and he's just
on the
full
run?
speed running the entire cameo.
I support that.
Okay.
Yeah.
That's my dream.
Running from David Miscavige.
He is running, from him towards Angela Lansbury.
Yeah.
He's heading for that tub.
It's just ends with him with the GoPro diving head first into the tub.
That's the cameo.
All
That is
right.
100% the cameo.
Cool. Worth $1,000.
Molson1015 asked if you could have someone's. I feel like the answers are going to be the same. If you could have someone's voice besides your own narrate your inner thoughts like the Wonder Years, who would you choose? I'm going Bobcat Goldthwait.
Oh.
I think it'd be fun.
Yeah.
I feel like right now it's kind of fresh on my mind because she narrates Dark Crystal, but I'm going Sigourney Weaver.
Yeah. Oh, that's a good one.
You know?
Yeah. Very strong authority. Could probably give you like a nice confidence.
Exactly.
boost.
Absolutely.
Yeah, I'd probably do Ray Liotta.
Why? It's just perfectly fine gentleman.
Yeah, great.
But I'm just curious.
Like, I was writing again for something on the internet. It just make my life seem cooler and more like gangster, even though it's very not.
Yeah, I get that.
Give it a little zazz.
Trek Beat says Bob Dylan. But
What's he saying?
Can't forget the brush my teeth.
Come on, rumble on down to that breakfast.
Hey, not sure if charcoal toothpaste is for real or a scam. It's $2 extra. Is it worth it? Prince Hapapu says Tommy Wiseau. That's a good one. Scars Unseen. Gilbert Gottfried. What?
Gotta get old.
Yeah, that would get old
I'd
pretty
get
quick,
tired of that.
I think. Good old gamer says Scarlett Johansson.
Her, okay.
Yeah, only if you're a tree or some kind of plant.
Oh, I want to clarify. I meant like the movie Her, not like her.
Got it. Yeah. Got it. A lot of people saying Scarlett Johansson. Okay, I mean, got a good voice.
Listen,
Yeah,
I would
definitely has the most range.
The movie Her is a good movie.
Yeah.
Yep. And then Panther Christopher Walken. I feel like that's
Christopher
solid.
Walken. That would be entertaining to be sure.
Yeah. And Bill Quist says Venom. That's our show, you guys.
Yeah.
Thanks for hanging out. Thanks for watching. We'll see you tomorrow right here on SJU, either at 11 o'clock our time or 11:04. We'll see you there. Bye, guys.